I'm Trey B. Lyon.
And I'm J. Mello the Great.
And you're listening to T&J's Child's Play.
We created this podcast to give young adults an escape from their daily lives.
But we're here to remind you that shit is still real, so wake the up.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
We like to highlight excellence in the young black community.
As well as give y'all some bomb advice and create a place where you can just kick it with us. Catch our show here every Thursday with some new content, and make sure to follow us on our social medias at T&J's Child's Play.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Okay. All right.
Don't do it.
I'm excited. We back, y'all. We back. It's been 3 weeks. Had to take a little break. Got to revamp. We back.
And we're back. It's the second day of school.
Yes.
Woo!
You can make it. You can make it. Put a little bleach in your water. Put that one out. That's your move for the beginning of the semester. You can make it.
We're about to kill themselves. Listen to that, man.
You can make
Do not
it.
put bleach in your water.
Put bleach in your water.
Do not do that.
All right. So what it is, it's a whole new year.
It's a whole new year.
It's fall 2019.
2019.
It's a whole new year.
We're juniors.
We're juniors.
Yeah!
One more year, hopefully.
Yeah. It's gonna be one more year.
One more year.
Finishing the foe.
I'm finishing the foe. Yeah, new things pop in this semester. I'm excited. I feel like I noticed the freshmen this year.
Yeah.
Nothing bad about it.
No, it's nothing bad about it.
I
But last year it was a little whoop whoop.
Yeah, you didn't notice
I
it.
didn't know.
Yeah. I feel like I noticed the freshmen this year, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, everybody was at their own
They're
pace.
a little more like, oh my God, where is everything?
Yeah.
I feel like the 2000 kids, they were kind of sheltered a little more than we are.
That was me yesterday. Where's everything? I'm looking at my schedule.
Yeah. You can kind of tell.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody needs that time to get, adjusted, used to wherever. And I feel like, to me, like, when you start, like, classes, like, over again, whatever, I feel like it is, like the first day of school. Like, you kind of, it's just...
It is the first day of school.
Everybody's just new. And it's just, like, you do this so often, though, where, like, one time... So, where we have to do it twice, people in, like, high school, they got to do it once.
Right. It's different.
Yeah. We got to do it twice.
Process.
And then we got to do it with different classes, not just one class. Well, I think middle school was like that. You don't have to do one class, so you had the same class. Whatever, but that's multiple times.
Yeah.
Learn your
8
professors.
semesters.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Stressful.
It is very stressful.
But I'm working on this thing. It's called staying at rest. It's been it's been working for me.
Further explain.
So, okay, staying at rest is not being overwhelmed. It's not being stressed out about what's going on around you. It's like, it's like telling yourself, like, I'm staying at rest. So it's an exercise. So, like, you're practicing it every day. So, like, okay. So, let's say you were to do something, you would piss me off, right? Like, okay, it's not that bad. Stay at rest.
So basically, you're just not stressing over things you can't control.
Right. It's like you're constantly reminding yourself, stay at rest, stay at rest, stay at rest. Like, if you find yourself, like, overwhelming, being overwhelmed and, like, worrying about stuff that you can't control, like, you got to tell yourself, stay at rest, stay at rest. And it's really, like, I've been doing it for, like, the last 3 days, and it's, like, really, like, I noticed a difference. I noticed a complete difference. Because where I would, like, go full there and be stressed out about something I can't control, I'm saying, okay, stay at rest. Like, what can you do in this situation?
Right.
Like, how much control do you have in this situation? And if you don't have that much control, then you need to stay at rest because you're going to end up stressing yourself out or whatever.
It's always about scrutinizing the scenario.
Facts.
I feel that. Yeah. Staying at rest. Put that on a board.
Yes, stay at rest. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I just wish I learned the practice, like, a long time ago. Like, I learned it, like, a while ago. Then just... I just learned about it.
That's about everything, though. As you go and learn, like, I wish I knew that 4 years ago. But
it's just so
it's
beneficial.
Meant for you to know now.
I know, but it's just so beneficial. And it's like, I've had so many days where, you've seen me, Jay. Like, I'm, like, wigging out and you'd be like, dude, relax. Like, but it's just, it would have been very useful, like, knowing the beginning of my college, career. Like, chilling out and staying at rest. And
just like you say, you bring it up all the time, and I think that in the back of my head all the time, we don't know what stress. We didn't know what stress was like until we got here.
That's what.
Out of all the extracurriculars and stuff that I did in high school, I didn't know what stress was until I got here.
Yeah. Or maybe we did know what stress was. It was just a different level of stress.
Different level.
Yeah.
And it was in different circumstances. We're away from home.
Right.
Facts. Can't talk to mom and dad. Dad can't go down to school and get stuff straight.
Facts.
We have to handle it.
But then again, like, the stuff that we're going through and experiencing, like, it's not stuff that you about to talk to your mom about. You know, like, you're not about to talk to your mom and dad about, oh, your boyfriend issues, you know, your girlfriend issues. Like, nobody's gonna...
They're gonna be like, you're here for school.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't be focusing on that anyway.
Let me see the grades.
Oh, wow.
Let's see Blackboard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pull up them grades. Let me see them.
I feel that, though.
Yeah.
You cannot stress over things you can't control, man.
Facts. And I feel like we've been talking about it, you know, like, we talk about that, you know, a lot, but I think I just have a different understanding of it now, like, really staying at rest. And that's my goal for this semester, is to stay at rest. You're not pulling me out of my rest. I'm staying at rest. And that's that. So, yeah, facts.
I feel that.
So, what's been going on in the social media spectrum? Popeyes is, I think I would call this a Kim Kardashian breaking the internet, no?
Yes.
Okay.
You can say that.
Yeah, they're breaking the internet.
Like, on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Like, they're breaking the internet.
Facts.
Content. They're creating content for people.
Facts. They are. Like, I seen, I think I woke up this morning, and this is a bad thing that I'm trying to practice not doing, is looking at social media first when I wake up. They talk about, letting thousands of people into your room before you wake up in the morning. You know, like social media and stuff. You have to give your time to, you know, wake up.
You try to put a little metaphor with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that. I feel that. Like, doing other things and just being on social media when you wake up, it'll probably be beneficial to life. But then again, we've taken courses here, and basically everybody's addicted to the phone.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but it's just like you have to set limitations on that.
You really
though.
do. You
and
really do.
It really don't even feel right. Like waking up and like not looking at your phone.
Yeah.
But, like,
definitely.
I haven't done it enough to say that I experience a difference, but I believe if I truly just wait until, you know, like after I've got my day started and brushed my teeth and ate breakfast and all of that and then looked at my phone, my day probably would be better. Because if it's negative or whatever, then I'm looking at BS right in the beginning of the morning.
I feel that.
Yeah.
It could really alter your day.
Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah.
Back to that. So Popeyes, I was looking at the Popeyes truck. I don't know if you've seen, I don't know if it was on the Shade Room or what video it was on, but they were driving around in different fast food restaurants. So they went to Burger King, they went to Checkers, they went to McDonald's, they went to
you go to Chick-fil-A?
They went to Chick-fil-A, but it's a truck, and they're pulling around, and it says, "Oh, come on now, we know who has the best chicken sandwich," and it's like LED, like lit up like a truck.
You know, a funny video that I did see on YouTube.
What?
The guy Wolfie, he did it. So basically, he bought like 15 or 20 Popeyes chicken sandwiches, and he was going around all the Chick-fil-A's in like his area, and he was paying the employers to try to the Popeye sandwich.
Oh wow,
that is funny.
That's how you lose your job.
That was funny.
What is the video on, man? I don't freaking know. But yeah, like it's like come on now, we know who got the best. Oh no, the real BBG that she posted.
Oh. Okay, it was one of her concepts.
No, well she didn't pay for this truck, but like the truck is going all around and it says like, come on now, we know who got the best chicken. I mean, Popeyes. And how can
they be doing all the promotion stuff and all of them are running out of chicken sandwiches?
I don't know.
Let's get into it for real. They weren't prepared for they didn't know that it was going to be this popping.
No, they did
for them to be doing all that.
But you know, I mean, I think because they made it up. So they were driving around Chick-fil-A. Look, they stopping too.
Yeah. That's funny.
The funny thing about, and I was learning this in my PR class, first day class. Already learning something.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about like the foundation of PR, and I feel like this is what I've been telling like some of the businesses and stuff that I've been working with is like, you know, in order to make whatever pop, you need to have a story, and you need to have your story like drawn to people. And I feel like this is exactly what I'm telling them. It's like you have to give some people something that they can relate to. So for example, like this podcast, it has to be something that people can relate to. You know, so college students.
I feel that like that was perfect marketing on their end.
Right.
The way they designed that sandwich to compare to Chick-fil-A.
Right. So yeah, that, and then it's like, okay, so many people are sharing it, they're doing whatever. So now it's like, okay, now chicken sandwich is popping, whatever, and people are going out and getting it because it's so big on social media. So now we all have something that we can relate to. I can't because I'm not eating shit. But you know, like now we have all something that we can relate to, and that's what makes it like trend and pop because it's like, oh, we can relate.
Other people do promotion for yourself. That's social media.
Yeah.
That's social media.
I don't know if this was a rumor or one of my friends was telling me that they might be stopping the Popeyes the sandwich because they can't keep up with it.
And the thing of it is the way I was looking into marketing and whatnot. You know how McDonald's does stuff. Like people like that McRib sandwich. I think it's nasty, but you know how they have different things and they just let it go. And like when their sales are a little bit down, they'll bring something up. I think that's what they're gonna do with the sandwich. Like when their sales are a little bit low. They'll bring the sandwich back to spike their sales back up.
That's smart.
But, you know, I don't know. I haven't really read into it, but that's probably what Popeyes is going to do because that's the type of stuff Popeyes does.
Yeah. All y'all ass is got high blood pressure, high
I haven't
cholesterol.
even tried it yet.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people because nobody can't keep it in.
I'm not standing in no line when that Chick-fil-A is right there. Get out of here.
I mean, but, you know, it's different tastes, whatever. Just like people try to compare damn Chipotle and Qdoba.
You can't compare.
You can't. They're two different tastes.
And modes, you can't compare any of that.
They're two different tastes. And, you know, I've only been to Qdoba once, but, like, I go to Moe's before I go to Chipotle, but, you know, I think they have two different tastes.
We're right here when it comes to Mexican food. Because I go to Moe's before Chipotle, but Chipotle's good.
Yeah, Chipotle.
I'll go to Moe's before Chipotle.
I just like Chipotle, you can get more. You know, you can get more, like, more flavor. Yeah. Like, more flavor or taste. But like I said, we can't compare them.
You can't compare them. You can't.
So, yeah. So, what else? Popeyes is popping. You said VMAs, right?
Yeah, the VMAs were on last night. It was pretty lit, pretty fire.
I didn't get a chance to watch them, but I did watch them.
Lizzo performed.
Okay.
Yeah, she performed. It was pretty good.
She killed it?
Yeah, she kills it every time.
Yeah.
She kills it every time. She was good.
I seen her little red carpet dress, but I didn't watch the VMAs.
And then Lil Nas X, obviously he won.
What he won?
I don't know what he won, but he won something. I think he won a couple of them.
Got you.
Obviously. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift won Video of the Year.
What video was that?
I don't know. But I know her video won Video of the Year.
Was it something recent that just came out?
Yeah. It was something recent, I believe. But anywho, Missy Elliott, she won the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. She performed all the great hits. They did a big tribute to her. It was amazing. Pharrell said some kind words. Timbaland, Justin Timberlake, etc. It was so good. Queen Latifah performed as well because it was in New Jersey. Okay. So like all the New Jersey popping artists like Wyclef Jean. I think Freddie Watt performed a song. Yeah, and then Queen Latifah performed. UNITY. I was like, oh my god, it was cute.
Go Queen.
Yeah. So it was all right. It was pretty good.
Do you think Missy Elliott like? Her for that award was like long overdue.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I agree with the tabloids and all the stuff. Yeah, blogs.
Like it was I think she should have been at it. She's just a really creative soul, you know, and I think she should have probably been took it. But like we don't know. Don't quote us on this verbatim. But like, who won the awards before that? It was
Rihanna, J-Lo.
Gotcha.
I think Beyonce. I have to research it.
Okay.
People like that. Justin Timberlake won it.
Okay.
And I got to look up other people. But those are the people I can remember who won it in the past.
You think Chris Brown will get it?
Yeah.
Or has he got it already?
I think he would get it.
I think he's long overdue for getting it.
He's definitely... Chris Brown's definitely long overdue for everything.
Right. Yeah, but like people just don't give him... I don't know. They're still stuck on the Rihanna.
They are.
They're still stuck on the Rihanna.
They're stuck.
And they don't want to let it go. And
Rihanna's not even stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we go to functions and stuff like that and play Chris Brown like, oh, I don't support that woman beater. Come on, man. Like, it's not, I'm not for, you know, a woman getting abused.
Let's just get facts. They were, 18, 19 years old when it happened.
Right.
And the relationship was toxic anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's good for domestic. She did everything right in the situation, but it was a good 10 to 11 years ago.
Yeah. People
make mistakes all the time.
And there's something that people talk about, you know, too, like, you know, growing up in the celebrity world is that, you know, it's like your growth stops, you know, when you're put in the public eye and you have all this fame and stuff like that. So you're not able to like fully grow into who you are. So, you know, I'm not making excuses for him, but like, you know, some of that has to do with, you know, the whole, you know, abuse thing, because he wasn't probably thinking properly, all the clout and fame going to his head, and then, you know, right there in the moment, being upset, coming out of your rest.
Honestly, like for real though.
You don't have...
Like, they were supposed to perform at the Grammys that night.
Yeah.
Like, think of being 19 years old and, like, you're the headline for the Grammys.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Like, y'all be able to deal with it. People probably would deal with it way worse than what he did.
Yeah.
And the way I see Chris Brown is, his character is very genuine. And he loves everybody. He's not here to, like, be malicious to anyone.
Yeah.
He just is what he is. He does what he does. He says what he says. And people don't like... That's why people don't like Wendy Williams. Yeah. I mean, I think that those people are genuine, and they're great at their craft, so...
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just my opinion.
But I also think, too, like, all of this, you know, hate or whatever towards Chris Brown, like, I think that really pushes him to even go harder.
Yeah.
Because he still has bomb-ass projects that comes out.
And he sells out stadium tours, and we might be going to this concert in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
He's not missing a beat.
Yeah.
He's kind of gotten over the hump that, America's not going to love me anymore. He's just making great music now.
Yeah. And I think that's what's important for him to know, that he still has to keep at it. He still has fans that still support him.
Big fan base.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And, like, they were doing his numbers on Everyday Struggle today, because they do daily numbers of the, of, like, the album sales, and he's still top 10. And the album came out a good 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's amazing for now.
I just think all people that say they don't support him secretly do support him, because there's no way...
secretly listening to Heat.
You know, there's no...
in the shower.
Right. There's no way that your numbers are doing that well and people just don't like you like that.
Like,
there's no way.
No. And his music's still getting radio plays and whatnot, like...
Yeah.
Y'all some haters.
So speaking of the VMAs, did Megan Thee Stallion? I seen her with the award. I didn't watch it.
Something.
Okay.
I didn't watch no pre-show stuff. I was watching the real thing after it happened.
Okay, I seen she had 3 outfits. Those were dope. She killed that. But I don't know what award thing that she won.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well.
Yeah,
slipping on our part, but you know, it looked like it was a great show. Like everybody had a great time at the VMAs. From what I seen, everybody killed it with the outfits. Unlike the BET Awards, because they were sad at the BET Awards. Was it? Yeah, BET Awards.
No, about the BET Awards.
Man, we can't say them outfits were bad.
No, I'm not talking about that. You know that it was horrible, but I just don't think that people are they're not excited for it anymore.
Oh yeah, the numbers show.
The drive isn't there for the celebrities and for the fans and for the viewers.
Yeah.
Nobody's I don't know what it's going to need to do, but they need to do something.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Whenever the Soul Train Awards numbers are better than the BET Awards numbers.
Oh, the Soul Train numbers are better?
I believe so.
Well,
I really believe so.
Ooh. Lordy.
Get it together, BET.
Bet. All right, so what else do we have on the queue for this gossip tidbits?
Within the past week, a list has come out about the highest paid actresses of 2019. I don't know if it's in America or in the world. I believe in the world, but
gotcha.
None of them are black.
Wow, this is from the Shade Room.
Yes.
This is from the Shade Room. And
the Shade Room got their sources from Pop Polls.
Okay, got it. Okay, well, I mean, this doesn't surprise us, like, you know.
And Forbes, sorry. But yeah, it's not surprising at all, but hey, that's just what it is.
I'm trying to think, do I know
another list that came out this week,
what?
Speaking of that, or the highest paid female entertainers, and guess what the standings were? It was Taylor Swift, then Beyonce, then Rihanna.
It does not surprise me. I mean, like, we just... And I'm pretty sure it could be the other way around if, you know, she really went for it like that. But, I mean, let's talk about, like, Beyonce doesn't need, you know, all the money. I mean, she has revenue coming in like that. And I think that it's just, it's still wrong. It's still absolutely wrong because we can obviously see that. Well, you know, I don't even know if I can say that. But, like, I definitely would say, I think Beyonce does a lot more than Taylor Swift. You know?
Come on now.
She's a lot more visible. She's seen more.
And all the nonprofits that Beyonce and Rihanna do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the world we live in. This is the world that we live in.
All the nonprofits and all the clothing brands. They have their own clothing brands. I don't know if Taylor Swift has her own clothing brand. She did have something with Keds when I was a fan back in middle school, but I haven't heard anything else from Taylor Swift about no clothes, no nothing. She might do her charity work, but every celebrity does charity work, but not like they do.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but we already know this. Like, it's no shock or no surprise to us. You know, just how, like, women, you know, don't even get paid. I think I was reading, like, half as much as men.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like, it's... And
it's not going to be the same until 2091.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure Beyonce and her manager and her team were to say, no, I'm not doing that unless you pay me X amount of dollars. I'm pretty sure she would be above Taylor Swift. Not to say that I dislike Taylor Swift, but, you know, let's just talk about it. Let's see. We can see how much work is being put out through Beyonce and versus Taylor Swift. Rihanna, she's been on the Fenty, but she's still putting out projects. Right. She's been on, you know, she hasn't been on her music stuff.
Just music right now.
Yeah. But that we definitely know the numbers should be the other way around.
They definitely should, bro. They definitely should. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
We get it. We know what it is.
I mean, I get it, like, how the systematic stuff works between the races and other things. But it's like, Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I don't get how people can continue to let stuff like this happen on the higher end. That's what I don't get.
I think it's all about, what you allow. I say this all the time. People will only do what you allow. So if you allow to accept less or whatever, I mean, Beyonce's not going anywhere for the next 10, 15 years. She's not. She's just not. She's Beyonce. She's not going anywhere. So if Beyonce were to say, no, I'm not performing unless you give me X amount of dollars, then she would. But I don't think it's about the money for her. Really.
No, it's not.
I think it's really about being visible, being seen, and really leaving her mark. And I think that's exactly what she's doing.
That she likes and stands for and whatnot. Like, how she did the Coachella stuff, it's like, you could tell it's not just getting paid or getting promotion through Coachella. It was like homecoming thing, HBCU.
Right.
She's doing Lion King.
Right.
You could tell that her stuff has like a message behind it.
Yep.
And Rihanna too. Like you can tell that she's really trying to give back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
And not to say that they put out rush work, but like, Beyonce and Rihanna, they don't put out rush work. No. They legit have months and months behind their work and
months and months behind it, and they still care about it.
Yeah,
like, I feel like Taylor Swift stopped caring 3 years ago. That's why I really stopped. Look, I was in a country phase in middle school. I listened to all types of stuff. Mary would tell you, I would listen to all types of stuff. But I stopped listening to her because it just became a whole bunch of pop BS. Like, you could tell she stopped caring too. So why should I keep on listening to your stuff?
Yeah. And speaking of like system and like just the type of box and stuff and putting people in a box, let's be real for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. So over the summer, whatever, campus empty, wasn't all of that filled. It wasn't that traffic. The traffic wasn't there. All the people weren't there. Everybody's not here on campus. It wasn't a semester.
The polar opposite of summer.
Right. But I can't ignore how I feel when I can't ignore how I feel when I'm on campus. And I say that to say when I'm around people who don't look like me. And I guess just that feeling. Like, it feels off. It feels off. I mean, but this is something that we, like, experience, like, on a daily, like in the classroom, whatever, just people that don't look like, I mean, versus if you were to go to a HBCU, people were to look like you. And I'm not regretting my choices or anything like that, but I'm just saying that I do feel and notice a difference. It's not the best feeling, but I think it pushes me. I think it pushes me to do better, to, like, okay, I'm not like I'm competing, but like I'm at your level too. Like, I can do it too. Like, we're all in the same.
I went here. Yeah. It's just for a different experience. Yeah. I feel like, especially with the field that we potentially could be going to in the future, everybody's probably not going to look like us.
Yeah.
So it was good for us to get the experiences that we're getting now. Because if I would have went to Norfolk State or if I would have went to Hampton, I would have been like, it would have been just like high school.
Yeah.
It would have been the same thing, same environment, and then it would have been a culture shock if I get a job straight out of that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we're getting the experiences that we're getting now.
But I'm not gonna lie, it is a little uncomfortable.
It is sometimes. It is and I know exactly what you're saying. Like, especially sophomore year, the first semester of sophomore year, some of the classes I had, I felt it.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I felt it.
I mean, but like, that's not to say nothing is. I mean, because sometimes you like we talk about all the time, you need to be uncomfortable in order to grow.
Yes.
You're gonna pick up certain things, you're gonna learn certain things. I feel like this school definitely taught me a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have picked up from an HBCU because I was around people that look like me and I was in my element, I guess you could say. If I'm around people that look like me, I'm not going to notice other things. So I think somebody who goes to an HBCU later in life, when they go out into the world, they're going to realize things that I've already picked up here at a PWI.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to be ahead of the ball game, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. And don't get me wrong, ODU, I mean, what? Maybe 35, 40% black still? I don't even want to say that. It's probably a good 25% because we around black people, so it probably seems like a lot. But you're still going to get a good urban experience. You're going to find friends that are like you. But when it comes to the classroom, you don't know who you're going to be colleagues with, essentially.
Yeah, facts.
But, like, don't get me wrong. This school isn't just all the way push-posh.
Yeah.
PWI to max.
Absolutely not. But, like, for the majority, like, groups and stuff like that, like, when I'm not around, I'll be like, oof, I feel that. I feel a little uncomfortable, you know. So I just had to throw that out there. We're always talking about, systems and all of that. So let's go ahead and get into this topic for the week. So Jada came up with this, and I kind of titled it, Sorry Not Sorry.
Yeah.
And you said you being unapologetically yourself.
Yeah.
I think that was a great topic.
Goes into the stuff that you're talking about with the staying at rest and whatnot, too. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can only do but so much for yourself.
Yeah, and I think that I think too coming into college and stuff like that. Like my first year, I was definitely like you're away from home and you're searching for yourself. You're away from home and you're searching for yourself. You're trying to figure out, okay, who am I?
Right.
Who am I? Who is Trey? Right. Who is this person? Who is Jada? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure out what, and then you're trying to figure out your niche in your group of people or whatever. But you can't, like you were saying, put yourself into a box.
Exactly.
And conform to...
It all starts within you.
Right.
Like, you're not going to be able to say, oh, I should be with this group, I should do this major, until you know essentially what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's really what the whole topic and the whole conversation is going to be about, honestly.
Yeah. So, you said a lot of times we feel like the need to conform to others to make ourselves acceptable in order to fit in or to be accepted. And facts, like I was just saying, like that whole, system thing and like being here, be the bride, whatever. Sometimes you feel like you have to switch over and not be organically like yourself in order to fit in or, make friends or feel like you're a part or whatever. And I think there are times we have to tweak yourself. Like you can't be, all hood, whatever, like how you kick it with your friends. Like there is that level of professionalism, but, you can't switch or alter yourself or your personality and stuff in order to fit in with something because you'll end up losing yourself. You'll end up losing yourself. And I think that's the hardest thing. Once you realize you lost yourself, how to get yourself back.
Exactly.
Facts.
And that doesn't even just go for social life. That goes for your academic life as well. Like, a lot of people just try to settle into, well, my dad said that I should do something in the medical field, or my mom said I should be a paralegal or something. If you don't want to do that, you're going to be miserable after you graduate from here because you're going to be doing a job that you don't want to do. Right. It's going to feel like high school all over again. I know you don't want to go back to that. So, honestly, being unapologetically yourself goes for that as well. You need to be able to make sure that you know essentially what you're coming here for and what's going to make you happy for the future. Do not settle for your future as well.
Yeah. Or just, not even know what you're coming here for because, you might not be 100%, but college teaches you a lot of things and it will push you to your purpose. You know, you will figure out what you want to do, what you want to be a part of, but, have an idea or a general idea because if not, you're going to be so influenced by all the people around you and what your parents are saying and stuff like that. You're not going to be able to listen to your voice or your inner self and figure out, okay, this is what I really want to do. So you should definitely have an idea of the things that you want to do. But, the whole purpose of the message is don't push yourself into a box because people want you to.
Yes.
People are people for a reason. So you are who you are. And I had to, my friend told me this, you have to stop trying to, I guess put yourself down like, oh, why am I like this? I don't know why I'm doing this or whatever. You are who you are for a reason, right. So just
goes back to that comparison.
Right. Like we all have different personalities for a reason. I can't be you and you can't be me and you're not meant to be me. Right. So you have to definitely, be yourself and focus on what you have going on and stop trying to put yourself in a box for other people.
Right. Unapologetically.
Yeah.
Do that. Because guess what? Your life is going to be way less stressful once you start living for yourself.
Facts. Stay at rest, shawty. Stay at rest.
See, it always has a correlation. It always comes full circle.
Yeah.
It always comes full circle.
And another point that I have is while you're, giving into others and conforming to others or what they want you to be, you're damaging yourself.
Yes.
And you can't place yourself in a box, and you are who you are for a reason, as I was just saying. So
because once you become free of all those opinions and whatnot, then you really have to start from level 1.
Yeah, you're starting from scratch. Yeah.
And it's gonna suck because you're gonna think back and be like, well, I could have done this a long time ago if I wasn't listening to A, B, C, and D and listening to what my cousin said, this, and the third. It would mess you up.
Thanks. So take time to, reflect on, who you are and figure out who am I, what am I supposed to be, what is my purpose, and what am I comfortable doing, and what am I good at, and so just not even your own personality, like the things that you want to pursue in life, like write all of those things down and make, checklists and stuff like that, and make sure that you're working towards your goals and that you're accomplishing the things that you're setting out to do. That way, that'll keep you on track and it'll keep you focused on the things that you want to do and you want to take on and accomplish.
And I'm not saying go out here and try to be perfect. I mean, we're human. We're all going to fail.
Yeah.
So, I mean, go ahead and just try everything. But just make sure that you figure out what's best for you.
Yeah.
Don't just keep on doing stuff just because all your friends are doing it or this, that, and the third. Just figure it out.
Yeah.
We're here to figure it out. So don't be afraid to figure it out. Don't just stay stagnant when you know that something doesn't feel right.
Facts. I think Gary V is his name. He cusses a lot. He cusses a lot, and but he has a lot of inspirational things that he says, and he's talking about you taking risks and stuff like that, and like how now in your 20s is the time to You know, go crazy. I go stupid. You know, do all the dumb things now and figure out, you know, do all the risky things now, you know, that you would want to accomplish in life.
That's all a part of the process, though, man.
And he was like, you know, right now at this time frame, like, this is where all the Beyoncés are made, all the J-Los are made, or whatever, because they're doing stuff that's outside their element that they would want to do, and it's risky. You can worry about all the I guess, more permanent things as you know, he said that you can always go get a job. You can always, you know, find somewhere to work at. But, you know, in order to live out your dreams, you have to take risks. And sometimes those risks aren't going to make sense. But, I mean, now it's the time to do it versus doing it in your 30s and 40s. It's not for other people to get. Yeah.
It's not for other people to get.
It ain't time to make it. You don't make risk when you got to make car payments. You make risk when you're in college and you're young and you can recover from those things. That was his whole purpose of that.
Yeah. That's fire.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We had some fire information on this podcast.
Yeah.
Woo-woo.
I mean, I just felt like it was right to come into this podcast like this because it's the first week, especially we were just talking about these freshmen and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so much stuff out there.
Yeah.
And, like, they're probably thinking, like, oh, my gosh, this, that, and the third, the parties, this, that, oh, my God, all these clubs. I didn't even know ODU was involved like that.
Right.
You don't have to conform yourself to anybody else or anybody else's standards. Yeah. Set your own. It's that simple. Right. That'll eliminate half the problems that we talk about in this podcast if you just set your own standards. Because once you do that and you build from that, you're good.
Facts. I mean,
you're good.
And no matter how big whatever your problems are or your opponent that you're facing, you know, for example, me and Jada in our show, you know, if you don't fit into something, don't put yourself in that box. If it does not fit, why would you force some shit to go in there if it don't fit? Why tape it down? Why try to make it work if it don't fit? So us being at a radio station didn't work. We didn't fit. Too big for that shit. We can't fit in the box. So we had to go somewhere else. We had to take it somewhere else. We had to start from level 1, start from scratch, because we tried to develop something and put it into a box. It does not belong in that box. It belongs somewhere else. That's where it's at right now. It's somewhere else. And we're at a position in a predicament where we can go ahead and put out our show the way that we want to put it out. But I'll say all that to say, if it's an organization, if it's a person, whatever, do not allow that to dumb down what you're doing. If it's supposed to be bigger, let it be bigger. And in due time, it'll all happen for you. It will all work out. The things that you thought that you weren't gonna accomplish or make happen because you were trying to put yourself into that box. It's not gonna even make sense, but it's gonna come later, and it's gonna come 10 times bigger than what you imagine.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. Next month, think about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be able to happen.
Yeah. I get to tell people that it's something in the works with our brand, with another organization, but we have no affiliation with the organization. That's amazing.
Nothing but God, okay? Nothing but God. Nothing but God. So we just use that as an example. You know, don't try to put yourself in a group, whatever.
Don't.
Make your own damn group. You know,
your own group.
Do something else.
I mean, if you like your group, hey, that's lit. You like the group, but once you figure out that the group ain't for you, it's time to move on.
Yeah,
just like you said, you can't try to force yourself into something that you're not supposed to be in.
Yeah,
that's why there's different signs, and that's why you get different signs for different things
and feelings and stuff. Yeah,
once you know it's off, you know it's off.
Yeah, I remember we had that conversation. I'm like, Jade, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to go. And, you know, we said on our last podcast, like, not last podcast, but, you know, a podcast before we were done, like, it's time to go. We're not going to know. And we're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that.
We figured it out.
And we figured it out, ho.
We still figuring it out, but we figured it out.
Facts.
So, you know, that's all I had to say for this week.
Yeah. Facts. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next week. Make sure to follow us on everything, the IG, the Twitter, and all of that. Send us your questions. We want to answer some questions for y'all. We don't know what y'all are thinking. All of that good stuff. T&J on everything.
Yeah.
We will see y'all next week.
All right. See you guys later. We hope you enjoyed our podcast.
We're here every Thursday with some new shit.
If you have something to say it to my face.
Or let us know on Instagram and Twitter at T&J's Child's Play.
Make sure you're subscribed to get notified about our podcast.